Kate Flannery was the actress who portrayed Meredith on The American Office. In the Canadian Office, I hated the character they based off Meredith. I don't even remember the character's name. My favorite Meredith moment on The Office was when Dwight was trying to catch a bat and caught Meredith in the bag with the bat. What was your favorite Meredith moment? Let me know in the comments. I have some news. Yesterday, I got 9 subscribers, all for my art videos. In particular, it was the video where I sold Rich Rebuilds his oil portrait and then recreated it. I'm not going to lie, this is a big deal to me. When I was gaming on this channel, there was growth, around 400 subscribers from that time, but when I started to focus on my art as the only content, I lost a few, and was never able to see any growth. In fact, over the last 2 months, I lost 5 out of all the subscribers and unsubscribers. It is giving me some hope that maybe a YouTube artist yet is in me. Also, another big news. I was hired to paint a portrait of my friend and her cat. I am the perfect artist for the job, as I was a cat artist for so long and my human portraits are coming along so nicely. In the last installment, I teased an idea where I paint the next 50 portraits in a cubist style. While I love the idea, I'm not ready to stop painting these portraits in this style. I have another idea though, one where I would paint exactly how I painted the first 50, but then I would bust out a second canvas and paint a new portrait with the first painting as a reference picture. And then I would do the second portrait entirely in a cubist style. I think it's a great idea, and I don't particularly care what you think. Unless you think I'm cute, then I would like to know. When it comes to painting, I don't have a theory to go about it. For the most part, I tackle art and paintings with a very free style, and it started from a place of just painting for the therapy aspect of it. The brush with the paint was a distraction from my brain. I struggled with a generalized anxiety disorder, and it was nice to step away from everything and just focus on the canvas and watch it materialize in front of me, the image. Within the last year, I've brought attention to the layout of the art, the composition. Many of my works in the past have come across very busy. I also rarely dreamed up a composition before I attempted to paint. When I attempt my large 6 foot tall by 9 foot long canvas, I do have a composition in mind. I have feelings I wish to convey. I won't go too much into that art piece in this installment, but if you want to hear more about it, check out The Last GP Paints You with Nerdforge. As I said before, over time, a 6 in the title of GP Paints You, I will paint a cast member of The Office, except for 60, which will be a self-portrait. I will paint a portrait for the first person to guess who I will be painting for installment 56. Only one guess per person, so I'll only accept the first name in the comment if you guess more than one. If you want me to paint you, you'll have to email me a reference photo. And if you don't want me to paint you, you'll have to tell me who you want me to paint as the prize. And I will make the installment for this show. Small update, the eBay listing for episode 49 didn't get a single bid, so my guess really isn't worth $1. In tomorrow's installment, I'll be painting Sam Crack, a YouTuber and car mechanic. I had no intentions to paint him, but he commented on my Rich Rebuilds portrait, and it blew my mind. But I still had no intentions to paint him. But then Rich Rebuilds saw my video and bought the oil painting. Pretty much one of the coolest things ever to happen to me. So I made another video where I painted Rich's portrait again, and wrote a parody of I Will Remember You by Alanis Morissette. And like I mentioned earlier, some people were actually clicking on the video, and beyond that, subscribing. The whole line of events are magical, and I feel like I should paint Sam Crack. His content is great, and he noticed me, and that would be a first for this line of paintings. This portrait of Kate Flannery is from the Intervention Christmas episode, I think. I picked it from Google. If you struggle with alcoholism or drug abuse, my heart is heavy for you. It seems to be so random with who it hits. I feel blessed that I was strong enough to never try cocaine, and I plan to keep up this trajectory. The only thing that may have influenced me to try it in the past would have been a girl, but I think I'm past the point in my life where I'd let a girl wreck my life just so I could touch her vajayjay. But I'm also afraid to say never, as I still do dream of being in a relationship, and being alone my entire life. It's hard to say how low I might go just to have my first legitimate kiss. But maybe that makes me a better artist. Or maybe I'm just sad about how unlovable I am. Now that is a word I struggle with, and I have struggled with my whole life, it seems. It's so strong. It's a relatable word, and I can't imagine a better word to describe myself. After the depressions I've been through, you lose a lot of friends, and it's kind of like online dating, for me at least. And I talk to someone for a while, it won't be too long before I won't be able to talk to them anymore, as they have blocked me, as I am not what anybody is looking for. It's called ghosting, and it's what people like to do this day and age. And I have had it happen with roommates, not even giving me a month's notice, just taking off, leaving. Friends who I was confiding in will block me. Friends I've known for over a decade will just drop me. I will say something wrong or something, and they'll pretend like I've died to them. It's heartbreaking to me, but I guess that's just life. In all of my therapy and medication, once I found a balance, one of the small keys to my success was admitting to myself that I'm unlovable. Or another way you could say it is unfunkable. No sex. Also no romantic love. I would love to hold hands and kiss and laugh together and, enjoy life together. But I know that's not for me now, and I am unlovable. And a part of it is my fatness. That's who I am. And I'm not asking for diet, exercise advice. I'm stating a fact. And that fact is that I'm fat. And fat is unattractive. And I've been big since I was in high school. And that's when people develop and learn how to flirt and move on to potential relationships. Yeah, it's hard for me to talk about this. I'm starting to feel dizzy. It's all about these negative thoughts. It's been a while since I have acknowledged them. Maybe that was a big part of the success of my happiness, not the acceptance itself, but the acceptance and the fact that I could have moved on at that point and forget about it for a while, that I am unlovable. Anyway, I'm unlovable, and I'm GP Does, and I'm painting you.